The deepest parts of our oceans are not just dark, they are unknown. Down there, sunlight dies, pressure crushes steel, and strange shapes drift in the black, watching from the shadows. We've explored more of the moon than the seabed beneath our own feet. And maybe that's because the ocean is hiding something. For centuries, sailors have told stories of glowing seas, monstrous tentacles, and strange sounds that seem to come from nowhere. Science explains some of them, others it quietly avoids. From colossal shapes caught on sonar to structures that shouldn't exist, the deep hides secrets that could rewrite everything we think we know about Earth. So before you imagine the scariest alien world, remember there's a place even stranger, and it's right here on our planet. And tonight, we're diving straight into it. Beneath the waves lies a world more alien than anything in outer space. A place where sunlight never reaches, where strange creatures with glowing eyes glide through black water, and where colossal shadows move in the silence. We have mapped the surface of Mars in more detail than we have explored the bottom of our own oceans. Yet the ocean is not just unexplored. It is hiding things science cannot fully explain, and in some cases, refuses to. Today we dive deep, far beyond the reach of light, to uncover the secrets of the deep that science still ignores. The ocean is Earth's greatest mystery. It covers over 70% of the planet, yet more than 80% of it remains completely unexplored. We send probes to distant planets, but we still have not sent cameras to most parts of our own seabed. And this is where the mysteries begin, because in the vast darkness below, we find things that challenge what we think we know about life, history, and even reality. One of the strangest discoveries is the so-called Bloop. Back in 1997, underwater microphones run by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration picked up an ultra-low frequency sound in the South Pacific. It was so loud that it was detected more than 3,000 miles away. At first, scientists thought it might be an enormous creature, something larger than any whale ever recorded. Official explanations later claimed it was most likely an ice quake, the sound of massive icebergs cracking. But here is the problem. No other ice quake has ever matched its unique sound profile. Some oceanographers quietly admit it still does not match anything they have heard before. If it were alive, it would have been a creature beyond anything in the known fossil record. Speaking of strange sounds, there is also the mysterious Upsweep. First detected in 1991, this repeating series of high-pitched tones comes from somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. It has been recorded every spring and autumn, but its source remains unknown. Some think it could be volcanic activity under the sea, but there is no definitive proof. If it is geological, why would it have such regular seasonal timing? And if it is biological, what kind of life form could produce a sound loud enough to travel across an ocean basin? As we go deeper, we encounter mysteries not just of sound, but of sight. The ocean floor is home to ancient structures that challenge our understanding of history. Take the Yonaguni Monument off the coast of Japan. Discovered by a diver in 1986, it appears to be a massive stepped pyramid made of stone, with terraces, ramps, and what look like pathways. Some scientists dismiss it as a natural rock formation shaped by currents and earthquakes, but others argue the precision is too perfect, and that it could be the remains of an ancient civilization lost to rising sea levels thousands of years ago. If true, it would rewrite human history. Even stranger is the Baltic Sea Anomaly, discovered in 2011 by Swedish treasure hunters scanning the ocean floor. At a depth of around 300 feet, they found a massive circular object nearly 200 feet in diameter. Images show what looks like a staircase leading into it, and strange grooves in the seabed behind it, as if it had slid into place. Some researchers think it might be a geological formation, but others believe it could be a crashed UFO, or even the remains of an ancient megastructure. What fuels the mystery further is that divers reported their electronic equipment malfunctioning near it, something not typical for normal rock. And then there is the legend of the Milky Sea. Sailors for centuries have told tales of sailing through glowing waters that stretch for miles, sometimes illuminating the night like daylight. For a long time, scientists dismissed these stories as exaggerations. Then in 2005, satellites confirmed the existence of massive bioluminescent events in the Indian Ocean, fields of glowing microorganisms so large they could be seen from space, but how and why they form remains a puzzle. Theories suggest bacteria called Vibrio harveyi could be responsible, but no one has been able to study the phenomenon directly because it is so rare and unpredictable. Not all mysteries are beautiful. Some are terrifying. In the depths of the Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth, strange life forms thrive in crushing pressure and freezing darkness. Among them are creatures that look like they should belong in nightmares, transparent predators with glowing lures, eyeless fish that navigate with electric senses, and giant amphipods that survive in conditions that would kill anything else. Yet, on one expedition, researchers recorded something even stranger, a metallic-sounding noise, rhythmic and deliberate, that repeated for hours. Some think it could have been a whale species never before seen. Others whisper about intelligent life in the deep. And what about the colossal squid? For decades, it was dismissed as a sailor's myth, giant tentacled monsters dragging ships into the abyss. Then, in 2007, a live specimen was filmed for the first time, revealing that they are very real and capable of growing to over 40 feet long. But here is the unnerving part. Scars on sperm whales suggest there are squids even larger, ones we have never caught or filmed. If creatures that size can remain unseen, what else could be down there, hidden in the dark? Some mysteries lie not in the creatures, but in the strange landscapes of the deep. The ocean floor is littered with underwater lakes, rivers, and even waterfalls. These are created when salty brine becomes trapped in seabed depressions, forming dense pools that do not mix with the surrounding seawater. Fish that stray into these lakes die instantly, as if crossing into another world. One of the most famous is the Jacuzzi of Despair in the Gulf of Mexico, a pool of toxic brine so deadly it kills everything that touches it. The eerie thought here is that such places might be hiding undiscovered ecosystems, or perhaps even signs of ancient life trapped for millions of years. And then there are the ghost ships of the deep. While most people think of shipwrecks resting silently on the seabed, some of these wrecks are disturbingly well preserved. In the Black Sea, ships from over 1,000 years ago have been found almost perfectly intact, thanks to the lack of oxygen in the deep water. Some even have ropes, masts, and cargo still in place, as if the crew just vanished. Theories range from sudden storms to pirate attacks, but in some cases, there is simply no explanation for why they sank or why no bodies were found. One of the strangest enigmas is the unexplored deep scattering layer. This is a zone in the ocean where sonar signals are mysteriously reflected back, as if they are bouncing off something solid. At first, scientists thought it was the ocean floor, but later found it was a massive layer of living creatures, fish, squid, and jellyfish that move up and down in the water column every night, in what is called the largest migration on Earth. But here is the mystery. Some readings suggest objects far too large to be known animals moving within this layer, their identities unknown. And let us not forget the ocean's connection to legends. Atlantis, the mythical lost city, has never been found, but hints of advanced ancient ruins under the sea keep the mystery alive. Off the coast of Cuba, sonar scans in 2001 revealed massive stone structures more than 2,000 feet below the surface, covering an area the size of a city. Geologists argue it would take at least 50,000 years for such ruins to sink to that depth, long before known civilizations existed. The site remains largely unexplored. The truth is, the ocean is the perfect hiding place. Whether it is a prehistoric creature, an alien probe, or the ruins of a forgotten world, the crushing depths and pitch darkness keep secrets locked away from human eyes. Every expedition into the deep uncovers something new, sometimes beautiful, sometimes terrifying, and each discovery reminds us of how little we truly know. So next time you stand at the shore, looking at the endless blue, remember this: you are staring at the greatest mystery on Earth. Beneath those waves could be creatures older than humanity, landscapes stranger than any alien planet, and perhaps even answers to questions we have not yet thought to ask. If you enjoyed this journey into the deep, subscribe for more stories that explore the hidden, the forgotten, and the unexplained. And if you dare, join me in the next episode, where we uncover the terrifying legends of the creatures that sailors feared most, beasts that might still be lurking just beyond the horizon. The ocean is vast, mysterious, and still hiding secrets we can't even imagine. From eerie sounds that defy explanation to colossal shapes lurking in the dark, every dive into the deep reminds us how little we truly know. But maybe that's the most exciting part. Somewhere out there, beneath miles of crushing water, the next great discovery is waiting. Which mystery fascinated you the most? The glowing seas, the Baltic Sea Anomaly, or the strange sounds from the abyss? Tell me in the comments, because your thoughts might just guide our next deep sea adventure. The ocean's calling, are you ready to answer?